to think like that. We are starting game 2 here for 1st Polish Division and USSR. Let's see who gets the second game of the best of 5. Let's get out of the way, Highflyer.
Yeah, let's drive into the thing up there to the right of you.
To the left of me.
Right?
I'm just going to pull in. I'm just going to pull in there.
Okay.
Out of the way. Yep. Let's make sure the same mess doesn't happen again. We apologize for talking about this, but we really don't want this mistake to happen again. Anyway, let's see how USSR managed to adapt to the change of tactic. Let's both get next to each other, man. Just get in.
Yep. I have to go around the light pole because I'm not strong enough to knock it over.
Indeed. Oh, wow, I can't wait to see what that happens. It's going to happen really quick again. Guys, don't keep your eye off the screen because something's going to happen really quick. And
we already have the first loss.
Yes,
Scout
first loss
versus
out of 5.
Scout.
Oh, yes, both take out. But that's Den again. He's gone.
Den again lost.
No, he's gone. He went forward again, scouting, and he went down. That's his usual strategy we pointed out in previous one. But, as you pointed out, it might work in his favour. Oh, wow!
We just lost
going
2.
On?
Raging Noob and Francis just got killed. Sitting inside the base, near the flag, and trying to get past the base. And that proved to be fatal. For both of them. And right now we're seeing... Quota, he's moving up on the left side. I think they smell blood because they've already killed 3 tanks and they know that there's no one on the left, so moving up there to take that position is a very good choice.
Absolutely. It seems to be done it again. 1st Polish position, 1st Polish Armored Division has decided to sit still in their base again, and they've been paid. They've paid for it again. This has been 2 games in a row that they've paid for a tremendous start from the USSR. Den has unfortunately fallen this time for them, but he is still commanding their team from the grave. And we're going to see if his loss, or his tank loss, is actually going to affect the outcome of this now.
Yeah. The first battle where we died quickly, I think the team paid for it because they were down 1 tank and they only scouted 1 tank and didn't really get anything out of it except for knowing that there was 1 tank close to the monastery on the map Abbey. But back to this map, he went straight through the middle and scouted the first tank to go down, and that was Azel. Yeah, Azel went down first because of Den's scouting, and that actually prevented the 1st Polish Division to get any information about the enemy because their scout was taken out so quickly.
Yeah, it's been hard. I'm trying to really think of what the Polish Division can do to recover from both these unfortunate starts. They've been put on the back foot both times immediately. USSR are doing quite the opposite of what they normally do, of sitting back and reformulating a plan. They've just gone for it both times to the jugular, and both times paid off quite significantly.
Here we have another baiting. I think the grill went into the cap zone and started capping behind a car. That's a very smart move because the car offers protection, and you should use that in every single game you get into. Use cover whenever you can.
Mephistopheles has just taken a hit. Good Russian is still alive. There's a guy from behind. 2 near shots on Kovatar, and he goes down. That was 3 shots and 3 hits. It took the 3rd shot to finish him off. But the AMX 150 driven by Mephistopheles has taken massive damage. Another glancing shot from Good Russian could take him out. He's got to go forward. He's got to go toe-to-toe with the grill. Poor choice in my opinion. He had to go forward and he's paid the price. The grill was really good in a TD mode, and Good Russian was expecting him. I think he played into his strengths there, but he's trying to stop the cap, I believe.
Yeah, what he could have done is either tell it in the chat that he needed the help of the Su-26 because an enemy can't fire at 2 targets at once. So even if he sacrificed his tank, the Su-26 would have gotten a shot on him. So
now, guys, look out to what Good Russian just did there. He got us hit from the right-hand side from Jaina Solo. But he didn't turn towards Jaina Solo. He instead decided to keep aiming at the corner. He knew the other tank was, the Su-26, because he thought if I aim for the other guy, he's got a shell in the breach. He's ready to fire. Whereas Giannisolo just fired, so he has to reload. Really good decision making there from Good Russian.
Yeah, really, really good. And you can see they are just baiting. The grill was just a bait because someone looked out and he was immediately taken out. It wasn't a second hesitation. That shot came flying straight out of the bat, straight out of the gate. Bat. But yeah.
Bat out of hell. We have I think that's one of the subs, actually. Oh, no, Strevik from the USSR team on the Su-26, right behind the M37. He's there trying to use as many destroyed tanks as possible as cover. The grill is again continuing to bait. However, we have the 1st Polish Division deciding to move Redmir off, and he does! He managed to get round to the side of Rasher and take him down. That's one Su-26, but in the meantime, Giannisolo goes down to Good Russian. So we have now Su-26. Oh, and he managed to hit 2 shots, 2 kills. Kills Saint, but is also shot in the back by another 26. Anaconda's playing the defensive role, supporting all his teammates. As soon as someone comes in the rear, he's covering him superbly. The last shot he just missed there hit the building. So Redmir has a chance now to bring it back for his team a little bit. He has a chance that he's not out and he's not going to give up. He's not going to give an inch for free. There's so much on the line here for his team.
Yeah, 3v1 isn't something that you should just go, oh, let's just rush him, because it is artillery and one shot can kill you if hit correctly. And the closer you get, the closer you get to that cannon, and the accuracy improves each and every single time that you get close to that artillery. So I really like that they're playing the cautious game still. Oh, they take out each other. Amazing. That was funny.
Good ending for that battle. It was actually closer than it looked. There was only 2 vehicles left on the USSR's team with the outstanding last play from the Polish Division. It shows that the Polish Division has the quality there needed to win. But they are now 2 games down. If USSR win this next match, they could actually come away with the winning seats. So they've got to pull it out. They've got to start focusing. They've got it in them. They need to start focusing. USSR can win this game. Come on, we need the one-pad guys in the chat to give their team some support. They are really struggling here. They're on the back foot. They're clearly shaken from this rush tactics. They're not sure what they're doing, but they have the skill. They just showed it at the end of that last game. They're not going to go over without a fight, but they need to stop losing 3 artilleries at the start of the battle.
Yeah, that's the key here. You have to get ready. You have to get ready right at the start of the battle. When he goes, let's get rolling and let's start the battle. That's when the battle starts. Not in 5 seconds later, because 5 seconds, then the half of the map is already crossed by Den, and he proved that again and again. First match, he was all the way down the base. Second match, he was in the middle and scouting them as well. So you really have to be ready from the start. But let's see if they can pull that one out this time. So.
Yeah, let's have a look at the map. We've got to see how far that is. That seems to be crazy quick that he's getting across there. He's going straight down the middle. There's no other route he can take. He's going straight down the middle. That means that the Polish Division knows exactly where he's coming from. They know where to set up the defenses. They know exactly where to move from, get into cover. This is a tactic that's easily counterable if you just don't panic and you think it through. They have the skill. They're just a bit nervous, probably camera shy. Hello, guys. And you need to focus and just calm down. You guys have got it in you. We've seen it. Do it. You know where he's coming from.
Yeah, and yeah, that has to be the key for this game. Just get out of the way, no matter what. Just get close to a building. Just get into cover, because it has been the 2 first kills within the first 30 seconds of the match. It's unforgivable for the entire team not to be in cover, because they're going into cover and you're having second thoughts about going where. You really have to think fast. Decide on where to go at the start of the match. It's just like in random battles. You can't just sit still and wait for your team to do something and then you decide. You really have to have a plan in your mind.
Yeah, right from the bat, they've got to go. They cannot redecide. They keep redeciding and moving across the open. They move across the open, and then they're taken out. 3 times, I think it was 3 different artillery units were taken out at the start of the battle from the 1st Polish Division by going one way, deciding nah, and going back the other one. And while in the cap circle, attacked and destroyed. Both times. That's crazy.
Yeah, it really is. And I'm just drawing up what the USSR team was doing before with the Grille baiting and the Anaconda. He was sitting all the way back. He was all the way back in G5, and he was aiming all the way down there and just waiting for the tanks to just peek out. And you really have to be able to tell if someone is baiting you. If he's just sitting there totally open and there's 3 tanks or just 2 in front of him, then he's obviously baiting, because why would he expose himself like that if it wasn't?
I totally agree. That was some seriously good baiting, but it should have been seen. It was quite transparent. There should have been no reason why they should have fallen for it. However, they might have decided that risk was worth the gain, because Den was so far forward. He was the scout spotting them all. They thought, well, if we lose one of us, we can kill him, and that will stop everyone else dying. But well, no, it wasn't Den. Sorry, it was the Grill, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a Grill. Yeah. And it is a big tank, so it is a good target to just get rid of him, because he was harassing them, and sacrificing 1 tank to get rid of a person very close to you, lighting up your entire team, that's a risk, and with a reward. So just get rid of him and move on from there, instead of just letting him sit up there and tell his team what you're doing, and then they can just move around freely.
Well, we've got 15 seconds left to wait. I'm really hoping this goes to a best of 5 out of 5 matches. Come on, guys, you can do it. USSR, best of luck, guys. If you keep going the way you're going, you're going to get a 3-0 final. This could be an absolute turnaround, unexpected win. The USSR could go away with the cleanest final that I've ever seen. Yeah.
The strategies is just overwhelming your enemy, and it's worked every single time. So great strategies, just it works.
Oh, hold on a second here. We had an upset over there on the other side. Ghost and Pouchy, they're 2 subs. Surely I've not seen their names before.
Oh, okay. So they decided on trying something new, letting someone else try because they're in front. That shows a lot of I don't know what to call it, but faith.
Maybe someone had to go. This has been a long tournament. These guys might have other things they have to do. But let's hope there was a strategic reason for it. Maybe they're playing a different strategy. We're only going to see. We'll see what they're going to do now. Looks like the One Packs guys are actually pushing out themselves. One Packs guys are pushing out really far themselves. Let's see if they are going to play a different strategy than they did last time. Genisola's going out, but no, 3 of them are still sitting still. They're going to do the same strategy again. They've got 1 guy going forward, looking for the scout, and they're going to open fire at the same time. I'm not sure if it's going to work again. Let's hope it does, for their sake, but they're running the same strategy. Let's see if Den is actually going to do the same one himself.
Yeah, that's very peculiar. I know they're sitting, if you look at the tanks, they're sitting with their sides turned, so when they fire, they can move, but it's very risky to just run the same. I don't know if I can call it a tactic, but they've lost with this tactic for the last 2 rounds, so it's very, very risky.
I think we're right, though. With the 2 subs, Den has gone for a different strategy. The USSR guys are not suicide rushing like they did last time. Here we go. The first Polish division have moved. They've obviously, that was their counter to the opening charge that the USSR guys were doing. They've now dispersed. This is going to be the first proper game out of the first 5 that I would say is going to turn into a actual strategic match rather than the rush tactic that won and blew away the first Polish division, the first and second game.
Yeah, but now the scout artillery is I would call them trapped out there, because you don't really have anyone looking there except for the Su-26 just turned his turret and is looking at the action over on the right and actually getting him. Okay.
Ooh, very nice.
A very nice shot indeed. Actually, I was telling him that he should be looking at the middle, but he made a very good decision and decided to aim at the enemy coming forward. And we have another one rushing in.
Yep, here we go.
Right up.
Kovatar's gone past, and he's managed to actually bypass another one. It looks like USSR has gone for this tactic of all down the hill. He just missed. Good Russian just missed the wall. That's going to be critical. He missed that shot. He's going to kick a shot to the face. He's definitely going to lose that one. I cannot believe he must be kicking himself. What a miss. Kovatar's still in the middle, though. He managed to get through. He doesn't have any backup anymore. I bet they were not planning to lose Good Russian on that charge. This is going to throw the USSR guys into absolute disarray, and there are more things going down. Pouchy just went down. He's actually 26. Azrael from the M36 managed to take him down. That must have been Kovatar's spotting that caused that.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, and we're losing another one. What's happening here? Because we don't see anyone spotting them. And they even have someone in F1 to spot any spotters. But someone just got taken out and it was Raging Noob. And
Raging Noob, the one who made the amazing shot across the map there to take out Den.
Yeah. As well. Oh, okay.
Very nice.
So Francis getting the quota out of the way, and but if he had just waited a little bit, the Su-26 was coming from behind and flanking. But his shot was very precise, and he did get him. So
all three counter shots just missed. Francus. Can you want to pronounce that? I'm terrible at pronouncing names. I'm just
saying Francis.
Francis.
Francus. I don't know. Francus.
Yeah, I should stop trying. Clearly that's not going in my favor. Anyway, here we go, guys. We have got a 4 versus 5 situation. The USSR guys have lost their main damage dealers. Both their tier 4s are down and Den is down. They've got 4 guys less, including their 2 subs, both of which have got kills. So they're clearly just as good as the guys they replaced.
Yeah, you can't really say anything bad about that. I think they just had some good players also waiting, and maybe they weren't ready at the time, but right now they're really proving their worth, so that's a good thing. They're not just throwing it away or pushing it to best of 5 as letting the other team get any kills or wins. So
yeah, I'm not sure I agree with the USSR tactics. It was definitely completely different to the last one. I'm sure they've practiced it before, but it's just not as effective. It looks like the Polish division have found their feet at last and are showing us why they're in the finals.
Yeah, and Jaina Solo here is going for the scouting job with 2 tanks down in J1. But if he goes around the corner, then he has no support at all. And
I think he's going to poke and have a look. Is there anyone there? Is there anyone there? Not yet. Right. What can the SSR guys be doing right now? Do you think they've taken the hill? The rest of the tanks came from the hill. They might have been all at the hill.
They could be, and Assel is actually guessing that tactic. But then again, USSR could be for the first time going. I would suggest full defense actually, because they have the Su-26s with the turret, and as I mentioned again and again in this stream, peeking around the corner isn't very dangerous for them. So they could be going in some. Either they have the entire middle, or they're playing a little bit defensive. Yeah,
that's the thing here. We're looking at a strategy that didn't work out as planned. They've lost both their scouts. They've lost also all 3 of their scouts, really. And they were beaten back for the first time. I think they're not sure what to do now. Or if they are sure, they're playing it very defensively.
Yeah, I would say that's true. Because they're moving up the entire left side of the map, and nothing is spotted, nothing at all, and nothing in the base. And you would think that if they were pushing, some sort of pushing, they would have arrived at their destination right now. If it's the cap zone or just the right side of the map, but we haven't seen them. We haven't seen them at all, actually, in this entire match.
Yeah, but what we are seeing are Jaina Solo and Mephistulus pushing up into the cap circle very slowly. One's moving, then the other one's moving. This is a really good leapfrogging tactic to make sure that one of them has always got aim to cover the other one.
Yeah, and as we can see, they're moving now. When something isn't spotted, then the Su-26s are moving a few meters ahead. So again, leapfrogging all the way through the entire team. And that's a very, very good strategy.
Yeah, what I can't imagine what's going through their minds right now. The pressure is on. If they make a single mistake, that's it, all over. 3-0. These guys must be under huge, immense pressure, not only from their captain, whoever he may be, but from themselves, not wanting to lose. I'm hoping they're professional enough to push that out their mind, but it must be there somewhere, deep inside, going, if I mess up, we've lost.
Yeah, of course, they've just gone through a tournament and won every single round, and now they're on their heels, and they really have to play carefully to get through this one.
They've got to be able to bounce back, and this is the mark of a true champion team, being able to bounce back from a disadvantaged point of view position. However, we're seeing that exact same situation for the USSR right now. They're in a disadvantaged position right now. They're lost their main strike force is gone. They're now running on 3 SU-26, playing incredibly defensive. And here's the first one. We have tactics coming out now. Jada Solo has found Trivik, and Ghost was covering.
Yep, he was, and that's a very good spot he found there behind the windows. He was able to spot the entire street, but he now moved out himself, and that wasn't very good.
Why is he maneuvering there? He should, as you suggested earlier, that he should reverse out using his turret and shoot as soon as he gets around the corner. Instead, he poked out the front of his tank and got hit. He's still alive, but he lost a lot of his hit points. He can't take another glancing. No, he's down.
Yeah, he was left to his scouting job, just staying alive as long as possible and just spotting as many people as you can.
That means that all of USSR are most likely at B0A0, holding the top of the hill. We're going to find out now as Francis is going up and he sees Russia.
Yes, you are right.
And there he goes down.
Very nice shot.
2 subs. We only have the 2 subs left. And Francis is very lucky only having 3 HP left. Ghost has come around the corner.
Yeah.
He's got the shot. He's taking him out. This is 1-for-1. USSR can't afford to take 1-for-1. They must get a kill without a loss, else they are going down.
Yeah, and we saw the turret advantage again. The Su-26 just drove out, and then instead of having to turn the entire tank, could just start aiming right away.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, they're very defensive, but they're showing themselves down here. One of them could be hiding behind the building, but instead he's very, very open, and they could actually be hit. If they're spotted, they could be hit, but they're covering both positions. Yeah, they're covering both positions right now. South and north, but
look at this. Nerves of steel on Mephistius. He knows the enemy's behind him. He's deliberately focusing the other way, and it's Cap. It's the victory for the Polish division. It's 2-1 from Cap. I didn't expect that. I really didn't expect that.
I was actually wondering if they had sent 2 of their Su-26s down to surprise cap them with 2 ticks per second just out of the blue, because that would have been the end for one attack.
Well, Polish division, you guys have proven that you're still here and you've woken up. Now, USSR, you've got to be on your toes. You've got to be really ready. This is so good. We don't know who's going to win this. Absolutely no idea. It's anyone's game. Everything's to play for. USSR just need 1 more game to win, and the Polish division needs to win 2 in a row. So they're coming back from a 2-0 defeat from the first 2 rounds, from blitzkrieg tactics from USSR. They drove straight into the enemy base, blew up 3 artillery units on both rounds before the Polish division knew exactly what was going on. But the third game, the Polish division decided, okay, we're going to do the same thing as always, but a bit more organized. And the USSR guys took 2 subs and totally changed their tactic. How did it work out for them?
Well, it was quite funny, because the 2 subs actually did very, very well. But I don't know if they were giving another job, which was missing, I don't know, support or a frontal push or anything. But it totally changed the way that the USSR were playing.
Honestly, the turning point of the game was that critical miss on the corner. Grill against, I think it was Grill against Grill, and he hit the wall.
Yeah, correct.
And then the other Grill drove around the corner, bang, GG.
Yeah.
That was it there. Of course, there was many more times to claw it back, but that was a hell of a loss.
Yeah, he only did 4 splash damage, and that was really not intended. But if he had driven any closer, he would have been hit by his own splash. So it really was a gamble, and he looking back, he could have aimed a little bit more, but again, it's
Hindsight's
yeah,
2020.
of course, always.
It was a risk, and that's the thing with artillery. It's so risky taking the shots on the move. Sometimes they fly true, and as USSR just found out and fell to, was the poor luck that their grill player faced in shooting round the corner. And it unfortunately put their assaulting force, the AMX 105 AM, was left alone. He was now cut off from his teammates. Although he managed to still do a lot of damage with the scouting ability, he had nowhere to retreat to, no cover from his teammate that should have been there with him. And that really, I don't think was planned for. I really don't think that they expected to lose that guy.
No, I don't think they did. That was really a really good ending, actually, because capping was an option, but they could have gone for the kills. But they decided not to.
Let's have a look at the brackets and see their journey and how they managed to get there.
Yep.
Because I think it's really nice to see that these guys have put in all this effort to get here, and they're not... I'm just refreshing that. Hold on a second.